Have you ever felt a sudden shiver run down your spine in the dead of night? Not from the cold, not from fear, but a sensation like a knock, a subtle vibration that doesn't come from the door, but from deep inside your own chest. Most people ignore it. They turn up the volume of the world. They scroll to drown out the silence. But not you. You stop. You listen. Because deep in the marrow of your soul, you know this isn't random. It is a biological lock waiting for a key. A signal that the program you call reality is beginning to glitch. Welcome to the other side of the veil. If this transmission has found you today, it is no accident, it is resonance. You are here because you belong to the rare few, the 0.1%, who can no longer be satisfied by the hologram of the material world. You are seeking the monad. History tells us that 2,000 years ago, before the fabric of time was torn apart, Jesus gathered his inner circle. But listen closely, he did not leave them with a religion. He did not hand them a book of laws or a plan for a temple of stone. In that critical moment, when the pressure of the world was crushing down, he handed them something far more dangerous, something the history books tried to erase. He gave them a technology of consciousness, a code, just 3 words, 3 simple sounds. But when spoken at the correct frequency, by the right consciousness, they act as a sonic key. They hold the power to dismantle the illusion of separation, bypass the matrix, and reconnect you directly with the source. This is not a prayer. This is a declaration of sovereignty, and you need to hear them. You need to understand the mechanics. And, most importantly, you need to speak them tonight. Because the door is opening right now, and you are holding the key, perhaps without even knowing it. Stop. Look at your hand right now. Hold it up in front of you. Keep it steady. It looks solid, doesn't it? It looks still, like skin and bone. But that is the first lie the Matrix tells you. If you could see with the eyes of the monad, zooming past cells, molecules, and dancing atoms, you would not see matter. You would see a storm. You would see 99.9% empty space, humming with a terrifyingly beautiful vibration. You are not a solid object. You are a symphony of frequencies held together by consciousness. This is why the ancient texts say, "In the beginning was the Word." They didn't mean vocabulary or grammar. The Greek term used was logos. It implies a divine reason, a cosmic blueprint, a specific frequency. When the Nazarene gathered his disciples, he wasn't teaching philosophy. He was teaching acoustics. He understood that reality is like a glass structure, and your voice can either reinforce that glass or shatter it completely. Look around you. Most people are unconscious sorcerers, casting dark spells on themselves without even realizing it. They wake up and say, "I am tired. I am lost. I am broke." And the monad, the responsive intelligence surrounding us, listens. It does not judge. It simply obeys. It says, "As you wish." And it rearranges reality to match that low vibration. But you are different. You feel the dissonance. That feeling of being an observer in a world of actors is not a flaw. That is your soul rejecting a false frequency. Your internal guidance system is screaming that the song of this world is out of tune. Jesus knew that for the chosen ones to return to the monad, they didn't need a map. They needed a tuning fork. A specific sonic key to realign their scattered energy fields back into harmony. The 3 words I am going to share with you are that tuning fork. But understand this, the monad does not respond to your voice. It responds to the truth of your vibration. If you speak as a beggar, nothing will happen. But if you speak as a creator remembering his masterpiece, the walls of the illusion will dissolve. Before we unlock the phrase, we must first understand why you have felt so lost until this very moment. There is a specific frequency of suffering only the awakened feel. It is a profound, aching homesickness for a place you cannot remember, but cannot forget. You look at your family, your job, your city, and while you may love them, a whisper in your blood says, "This is not it. I am from elsewhere." Psychologists call this dissociation. Society calls it depression. But the ancient Gnostics called it Anamnesis, the beginning of remembrance. Jesus understood this cosmic displacement. In the secret Gospel of Thomas, he gave a command that confused scholars for centuries: be passers-by. He wasn't telling you to be indifferent, but reminding you of your status. You are not a citizen of this simulation. You are a tourist in the hologram. An ambassador from the monad, stationed in a density that feels heavy, because it isn't your natural element. The 3 words he gave his inner circle were designed to act as a wake-up protocol. Imagine a king struck with amnesia, wandering his own kingdom and begging for scraps, thinking he is a pauper. He asks guards for permission to speak and fears the very laws he wrote. Most prayers today are spoken by that pauper. They are pleas sent up to a distant God. Please help me. Please save me. These are words of separation. They reinforce the illusion that you are small and the divine is far away. But the monad does not respond to desperation. It responds to recognition. The phrase we are approaching is not a request. It is a coordinate. An administrative password entered into the mainframe of reality. You aren't asking to be taken home. You are aligning your current reality with the frequency of your origin. But here is the layered truth. You are not going to the monad. The monad is waking up within you. The return is not a journey of miles. It is a journey of frequency. The moment you stop vibrating at the level of the lost child and start vibrating as the sovereign heir, the environment around you must change. It is law. So before we speak the words, you must make a choice. Are you ready to stop begging at the gates of your own kingdom? Are you ready to stop acting like a stranger in your own house? Because the key only turns for the owner. The universe does not speak English. It speaks frequency. It speaks vibration. When you say, "I want to go home," the universe hears lack. It hears, "I am not there." And so, it faithfully gives you more distance, more separation. But the master did not teach wanting. He taught being. The code is not a request. It is a collapsing of time and space. It is the immediate removal of the gap between the seeker and the sought. Here are the words that recalibrate your entire energetic field. I am home. But listen carefully before you try to speak them. Do not think you now have the full key. You don't. You have the password, but you do not yet have the login protocol. If you simply repeat, "I am home," like a parrot, without the internal architecture I am about to show you, nothing will happen. It might even create resistance, because your subconscious mind will fight it as a lie. So stay with me. Let's break down the mechanics so you can use it safely. I am is the ignition. It is the name of God given to Moses. It is the open circuit of pure potential. When you say I am, you are summoning the full power of the Creator into your vocal cords. You are channeling the infinite. Home is the coordinate, but do not mistake this for a building. In the eyes of the monad, home is the 0 point. It is the state of original unity before the fragmentation of the soul. The place where there is no fear, no lack, no other. When you fuse them, I am home, you are not saying, I have arrived at a place. You are saying, I have returned to a state of consciousness. You are telling the quantum field, I am no longer a fragment lost in the dark. I am the light returning to itself. Notice the shift. I am lost constricts the chest. I am searching creates anxiety. I am home drops the shoulders. It anchors the wandering mind into the eternal now. Jesus didn't walk on water because of a magic trick. He walked because he was at home in a frequency where physics obeyed his command. He was operating from the monad, while everyone else was drowning in the storm. Now, you have the code, but if you speak these words with a chaotic mind, the signal will be jammed. You need the night protocol. Knowledge without application is just intellectual weight. You can know the code, but if you do not enter it into the terminal, the program does not run. So here is your protocol for tonight. Do not do this while you are driving. Do not do this casually while washing dishes. This requires the absolute sanctity of the night. The ancient Gnostics believed that the moment just before sleep, the hypnagogic state, is the back door to the divine. This is the thin time. This is when the firewall of your ego is down and the monad is listening. Here is the precise sequence. Phase 1, the erasure. Tonight, when you lay your head on the pillow, do not just close your eyes. Visualize the room around you dissolving. The walls, the furniture, the unfinished tasks of tomorrow, command them to fade into gray mist. You are no longer in a bedroom. You are in a void of pure potential. You are deleting your history for the day. Phase 2, the imprint. Take a slow, deep breath. In the ancient texts, breath was called pneuma, spirit. As you inhale, imagine you are pulling your scattered energy back into the center of your chest. As you exhale, release the identity of the struggling human. Let go of your name. Let go of your story. Phase 3, the seal. Now, in the absolute silence of your mind, do not move your lips, do not make a sound. I want you to thunder these words internally. First, I am. Feel the vibration of existence. You exist. You are here. You are conscious. Let that certainty anchor you in the void. Then, gently add the destination, home. I am home. Don't just say the words. Feel the geometry of them. When you think home, feel a heavy, ancient door closing on the cold wind of the world. Feel the warmth of a hearth that has been waiting for you since before you were born. Repeat it 3 times, once for the body, to calm the nervous system, once for the mind, to silence the doubts, and once for the spirit, to signal the monad, I am home. If you do this correctly, you will feel a shift immediately. A sudden lightness in the chest, a tingling in the hands, or perhaps just a profound, tearful sense of relief. That is not emotion, that is recognition, that is the signal reaching the source. You are not asking for permission to enter, you are simply notifying the universe that you have returned. Do not think for a second that this is just a mental exercise. When you speak I am home with the full weight of your soul, you are throwing a massive stone into the center of a still lake. The ripples will hit the shore. And the first thing you will notice is the silence. The mental chatter, the anxieties about tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday will suddenly cut out like a radio station going dead. For the first time, you will hear the sound of your own true frequency. But then, the external reality will begin to bend. This is the part the secret texts call the shaking of the foundations. Quantum physicists call it the observer effect. I call it the correction. When you align with the monad, the hologram of separation begins to destabilize. You become a glitch in the program. You will start seeing synchronicities that defy explanation. These are not coincidences. They are the system acknowledging your new status. It is the universe reweaving the threads of your timeline. But be warned. People vibrating at a low frequency, those addicted to drama and fear, might suddenly disappear from your life. They will be repelled by your peace or lash out to drag you back down. Expect this. Do not engage. The illusion fights hardest right before it dissolves. When the chaos rises, simply breathe. Anchor yourself. Repeat the code. I am home. You are the lighthouse now. The storm rages, but the stone does not argue with the wave. And then, the miracles begin. The quiet, impossible kind. The phone call you needed arrives exactly when you surrender. The solution appears before the problem is even formed. You stop chasing life, and life starts flowing through you. You are no longer a fragment fighting for survival. You are the whole, observing the play. This is the ultimate secret of the chosen ones. We do not escape the world to find God. We bring the frequency of home down into the world, transmuting the lead of suffering into the gold of presence. You are the portal. The 3 words are just the handle on the door. You have turned it. Now you must walk through. If you are still listening to my voice, understand this. The filter has already worked. The tourists, the skeptics, and the sleepwalkers have already clicked away. They could not hold the frequency. But you are still here. This confirms everything I have said. You are ready. But knowledge without action is just a ghost. Do not let this moment evaporate back into the digital ether. You must anchor it in physical reality. We are going to seal this protocol right now. I want you to leave a mark in the comments below. Not for the algorithm, not for me, but as a signal to your own subconscious mind that the contract of separation is broken. Write the words, I am home. By typing it, you are physically manifesting the thought. You are joining a silent council of thousands of others who are waking up at this exact second. You are telling the universe, I am here. I remember. And if you wish to receive more keys, more maps to the hidden territories of the soul, then join this sanctuary. Subscribe not to a channel but to a signal. We are building a library for the awakened, and your presence here strengthens the frequency for everyone else. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, let these 3 words be the last thing on your mind. Let them replace the worries of the day. I am home. Carry this vibration into your dreams. Let it rewrite your programming while you rest. And when you wake up tomorrow, do not be surprised if the colors seem brighter. Do not be surprised if the heavy burden of becoming has been lifted, replaced by the lightness of being. The search is over. The door is open. Welcome home.